call to order the town council meeting for December 9th, 2025 at 6 p.m. First item of business is to changes or additions to the agenda. The only thing that I'm aware of is that we'll probably do the swearing in ceremony under new business. And with that, we'll go to guests and public presentations. Sheriff Blakesley.
Just, you had a hand there, so I just make sure.
I just wanted to, I'm here representing the community garden and wanted to know if you guys had any feedback or updates that we should make to the documentation.
Community garden is under old business already.
Oh, it is cool.
Yep.
Right. November, you had 11 calls for service in November. First agency assist, we had 2 of those. One was with Adult Protective Services with possible financial exploitation of an elder. That turned out to be unfounded, but APS is still looking at other aspects of it. The other one was a CPS, or Child Protective Services. There's not enough in the report for me to determine what exactly happened, but it didn't look like we were with them for very long, so it doesn't look like criminal aspect. It looks like more something they're going to handle. One false alarm at a local business. Attempt to locate an individual said their friend hadn't been seen in several days. They wanted us to check up on them. Turns out that they were in another area visiting other friends, so they turned out to be fine. Civil was a landlord-tenant issue. 2 deceased persons, neither one of them was suspicious in nature. Harassment was a tenant issue. 2 suspicious circumstances. One was a possible assault at work. That report is forwarded to the prosecutor for review. And another one was a possible violation of a court order. And we're still looking for proof. There's no witnesses at this time that can tell us positively that there was an order violation. So we're still looking into it, but nothing yet. And then a welfare check. They were unable to contact a friend. We went to the house and could hear somebody inside. We went inside and found them laying on the floor. He needed medical assistance, so medical came and checked on them. Those were your calls for service. Any questions on those? Okay, one other thing that I had is this time of year, everybody's going through their budgets and trying to figure things out. I commonly get calls from small towns going, hey, how do you figure our bill? So what we do with all of the contract towns is, at the time that we took over, what were you paying for law enforcement service? We took it from there, and every year there's about a 2% increase each year from there. So that's how it's figured. It's not a mathematical equation. It's not based on population or calls for service. It's just what were you paying at that point in time, and then modest increases since then. So.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Thank you. And again, you're welcome to stay or leave, depending on how things go. Blake, would you like to take over since you're the official mayor pro tem?
Oh.
Thanks, Sam. All right. Well, Commissioner Smiley, see here. Haven't had a chance to see who's all here. Nope. Okay. Well, then myself. So for the month of November, Fire District 2 had a total of 166 calls for service. Of those, Metaline Falls had a total of 9 EMS calls for the month of November. So, any questions about that? Okay. All right, looks like we have next on the agenda Pondere Conservation District. Anyone from there? Okay, looks like we're voting on joining the district. So, council needs to...
Do we want to proceed with a motion to vote on that, or do we want to wait for a representative? I mean, did we get all our questions answered last time? I feel comfortable personally, but...
Right,
else
yeah.
wait, that's okay.
I got the questions I was looking for.
Okay.
Sam, do you feel comfortable proceeding with that?
Well, I'd make a motion that we ask to be incorporated into the conservation district.
Okay, Fran's the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oh, I guess I don't get to vote this time, do I?
You get to vote.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Even as pro tem?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Then I would vote for it also. Any nays? Okay. All right. Well, before we go on, why don't we swear in the new mayor?
That should be under new business.
New business?
It wasn't there.
Oh, it wasn't there. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, we'll get to that then. All right, so approval of the minutes from November 25th, special meeting. Let's see if one's here.
Should be right there.
Yeah. This was the ordinance.
You already signed it.
Okay. So, all right. Oh, I see. They just weren't signed before on the last meeting.
That was the special meeting.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'm still working on the actual meeting.
On the meeting minutes from November. Okay. Great. We'll do those next month. Wastewater report. Monty?
All good. Z&Z fixed the sewer leak down at the lagoon last week. Got that taken care
All right.
of. Somebody back here said water was going into the yard, but it doesn't look like anything's changed in that alley for 50-some years, so
Okay.
I don't think there's anything we've done.
All right.
Do we need to jump back and approve the minutes for the special meeting?
I think we do.
Okay, I would move that we approve the minutes for
I'm
the
sorry.
25th special meeting.
Okay.
That's
All right. Would you like me to read them?
no.
No. All right.
And you said Z and Z fixed the,
Yeah, you'll probably be getting an invoice at some point, I don't know. how
what
quick
they
they-
fixed?
Sewer line down at the lagoon.
The treatment lines
Yeah, between one and the influent, where it goes into Lagoon One, where it comes from the village, goes down that dike, right before it goes into the influent line. Kind of a big parking lot.
Is that their responsibility or is that ours?
It was the village, or
Yeah.
didn't do it?
Well, if it's our main, it's us, but there is a cutoff point where we're no longer responsible for maintenance if it's part of the village's lines.
But
So maybe
I
we
would think it'd be us,
we
because
need
it's
to
right
look,
in our lagoon.
it's right there next to the lagoon.
Yeah, it's
Or
right there.
not up the hill. Okay,
No,
good. Thank you.
it makes it easier.
Okay. Anything else? I'd like to thank Monty for his hard work on getting Christmas all set up there in the park. The tree all put together.
yeah. It's lovely.
We thank you for your hard work.
Can we leave it there all year?
No, not quite. We'll come up with a better idea in
Yeah.
the future. How about that? We'll work on another idea. All right. Clerk treasurer report. Mr. Estrada.
Hessen, signed off on the financial report for November.
Yeah, I would move that we approve the financials for November 2025. The report was completed today and there were no problems with it.
All right, do I have a second? Brandon, second that? All in favor? Aye.
And I also move that we pay the invoices.
Okay, Sam will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then did we have previous reports?
Should be,
They're
July and
not,
August.
they're not finished though.
There, okay.
We're waiting on those. Was there anything else to report? Anything else? Did you have anything else to report?
no.
Okay. Council reports. Fran, you're up first.
I don't really have anything, but we did, things running smoothly. Monty always seems to be keeping things under control.
Position number 2, that's Mark's position. He's not here today, so we'll look at swearing him in come January. Sam?
Facilities around town, parks and things look in good shape. I think everyone had a good time at the tree lighting ceremony. I don't think there were any major issues with that. So again, thank everyone for their work and keep in with tradition. I appreciate that.
Myself, thank you, Sheriff, for coming and giving your report and keeping us informed on how those figures are determined. I don't think that we could possibly come close to doing what you do for us, so thank you. I know Fire District 2 is just continuing to move ahead with the merger. They're gonna annex Ponderay County Fire District 4. They'll be joining. That will be on Fire District 4's ballot, I believe, in February. The current fire district doesn't have to vote on it. The commissioners have already voted in the affirmative. So, and that leaves you, Tessa.
Continuing to work on the budget. The one we passed tonight, as we discussed, will need some amendments next year. Working on figuring out utility tax ordinances and what those look like and what we need to have in ours, so
Okay.
hopefully before too long I'll have a draft that we can play around with.
Okay, right before we move on to old business, just make sure I don't have anything else sitting there. All right, Metaline Falls Community Garden.
Hi, everyone. So I sent we had like a lease draft, and I think you guys were gonna reach out to your insurance about, like general liability, or whether we even needed to get that, so I wanted an update so we could redraft some documents.
Okay, have we seen that?
I
lease?
think we still need to do that.
Okay,
I don't think there's any resistance on the council for that, but we just want to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
What's your email address that you sent it from?
From the Metaline, it's Metaline Falls CG at Gmail.
Okay, thank you.
all right. So new business is the ordinance to approve the budget. I wasn't here for that part of the meeting, but did we have anything else change or?
Yeah, we had a couple things come up today. I spoke with Shannon at PUD, and she says it does indeed cost $275 to turn the street light back on. So we're gonna be rethinking some of that, since it's not gonna be as easy to play around with it and see what we like. There are 11 lights outside of town limits that we could ask not to continue paying for, and they'd give the homeowners in that area a chance to take those on if they wanted them. We found out that as far as the salaries for the council and the mayor, the council people who are voting on the salaries can't increase or decrease them during their terms. So anything we vote on won't take effect till after terms are over. The mayor's salary can be increased during their term, since it's the council voting on it and not the mayor, but it cannot be decreased during their term. That would also take effect in their next term.
Okay.
So those are probably going to be a factor in our budget this year again.
Sure.
Along those lines, if any of the city council want to, they can donate their salaries back to the town. And if you want to, I encourage you to do that. Just get with Ed and make that happen. And if not, we understand as well.
So this budget is the budget we're voting on. Does this budget include the lighting
It includes $5,000 for lighting, which is $1,000 short of what we normally spend on lighting.
Okay.
But again, that can be worked on with an amendment and a reduction in those out-of-town lights. So I think with an amendment, we can make things work. But in order to get something passed by the end of the year, we'll start with this.
Yes, okay. Great. All right, so, all right, can I get
I move that we adopt ordinance 358, the budget for 2026 as written.
I second.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right. All right, well, then, let us get to swearing in the new mayor, so she can take this seat. I gave you a copy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, raise your right hand.
I, Sharice McHenry, do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the United States and of the state of Washington, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Washington, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office
Of mayor,
of mayor, not the circus, to the best of my ability.
there you go.
Peter, and then you get to swear in and Fran.
Yeah.
Fran and,
Yeah, yes.
All right. You want to swear me in, and then Fran, or Fran's position one? Good. Why don't you swear to Fran in first?
You could do the same thing.
Just say our own names.
Okay, raise your right hand. I
Fran Maxwell.
Blake McHenry, do solemnly swear I am a citizen of the United States of the state of Washington, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Washington, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of council member to the best of my ability. All right. That is all the business we have tonight. Is there any other issue anybody wants to bring up? Anything the public has they'd like to present? All right, I motion we adjourn the meeting.
Seconded.
There we go.
I think that's right.
I think that is a record.
Yep.
Definitely lights outside of town that were
We have 11 streetlights in the lower part of Lehigh Hill, like Rachel Lane and Lehigh Hill Road addresses. I don't know how and when the town ended up paying for lights outside of town limits, but as far as PD can tell, it's been a decade.
I talked to somebody that did a walk around with you guys, and kind of pointed out where there's multiple lights in one area.
Yeah, in town, we do have a few areas that have redundancies where we might be able to reduce a handful more in addition to that.
Right, getting rid of the ones out of town was,
That saves us about over 700 a year, just getting rid of those, and then maybe we can save a little bit more in town.
Yes, I would like to, I'd like to see this, you know, any redundancies we have in the light has already been reduced by 50%, and I just don't think it's a good idea to reduce the lighting at all.
Okay.
We're gonna tackle, that'll be one of the things we begin to tackle as we amend the budget. Thank you.
Drive safe, guys.
Is there anything more you need to set some time on?
Thank you.
It's to attest to it. Or should attest to it.
Time, yeah.
Oh,
And I guess she signs all these too.
The thing that
Like, where you sign?
as people.
And then
Our name goes here, it's clerk has it.
But those also affect people.
Thank you for coming.
And if she turned on
Back for it? I'll take them down when you're. Yeah, no problem, yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah, it's been leaning the whole time. Yeah, that's part of the problem when you have multiple pieces.
It looks
I
nice.
mean, you could spend all day trying to put little shims in there, but like, some of those, you'll end up with the bottom sitting a certain way, and then if you try to straighten the top, it's gonna look like it does this. Yeah.
that's a nice pen.
I don't know, it was.
Well, then you'll have the left table, whatever you do. There you go. There you go.
Thing tomorrow. Remember how it is.
What's tomorrow?
Isn't your,
Yes, sir.
Christmas party. I'm like, don't throw.
Yeah, I was like, another something, well, I know.